my name is Talia and I decided to make a series of video what I'm gonna call my knitting journal. The plan is next that every Sunday I'm gonna record this small video about my plans for a week. I'm gonna call this Sunday Starts. So I will show you the projects what I'm planning to work during this week, or how like their beginning or this stage what I'm on. Then on Wednesday I'm gonna do something like Wednesday whip. So the work in progress, I will show you how far I went, and then Friday finish. I do not expect that I will finish the project until Friday, but at least in this way you can see the progress and how far I'm going with this during the week. Have in mind I have full-time job, so I'm not knitting that much. I'm knitting a lot, but I cannot make a sweater in a week. That's just out of picture. So I decide to use this small, I don't know how you call this. English is not my first language, it's not even my second language, and it's not the language of a country what I'm living in. So I'm Ukrainian living in Denmark. I use English, but mostly I speak Danish like daily. So I forgot the word for this sink. I don't know, vegan side table. I don't know, it have like 3 levels. Maybe I will remember this name and will tell you later, but right now I will show you what is on and how I'm planning to, what's my plan for this week. So my today's plan is that I'm gonna release the patterns for these scrunchies that I make from Bouclé yarn. It's gonna be a free pattern. I will link it in the description for this video. I make this from leftover of yarns what I was using for making this Bouclé box bags. I will also link the pattern in description. So this one was the smaller size, and I use drops alpaca Bouclé yarn, and then I knit this scrunchie same with this yarn. For this scrunchie I use, for back it used Bouclé yarn whole double, but scrunchie use Bouclé yarn whole single, and they are approximately same size, but yarn is different, because for the bigger size of this Bouclé alpaca Bouclé bag I use different yarn. It was Guépard teddy deer, so I use leftovers of yarn to make the scrunchies. This is larger size and this is smaller size. I will link all patterns in description. But my plan for today, launch the pattern for scrunchies. Bags are already on Ravelry, and I will also use these bags this week to host my work in progress, my works for this week, because I'm planning to have one small pattern, one small project, and one bigger one. Let's start with the bigger one. Really nice. This is my swatch. I don't know how good you can see this. It's simple like white yarn with smaller gray stripes, and this is a yarn what I'm gonna be using for this project. It's going to be a polo sweater with a drop shoulder. I already made one version. It's not a pattern yet, probably in the future it's gonna be pattern, but since I just made the one version and now gonna be trying to make second one, so it's not pattern yet. It's also gonna be hard to show you because I just took it from a blocking and it don't have buttons yet, but it just simple drop shoulder as construction sweater with this polo collar. Look like that. It's like quite oversized, and I knit this in a light yarn, and I believe it's like even lighter as fingering weight yarn, but you can use this with fingering weight gauge because the yarn is blooming after. So I gonna make a sweater like this, but with stripes, with this yarn that I was showing you, used with this pattern, like couple of rows of white and less of rows of gray. So yarn for this project, it's gonna go in my teddy box bag in a big portion, big size. I prepared there also needles and more yarn, so I will just put it in to be ready to work later. And I hope, I don't know, would I hope that I will make a sweater? Yeah, it will be nice, but I should be realistic. Can I do this in a week? Probably no, but it will be nice if in a week I can, for example, make a back section to the place for underarms and then two fronts. Will be nice. Maybe I can do this in a week. If I can do this in a week, then I can make this probably in a 3 week. But we're gonna see. So that's gonna be my first work in progress, or planned work in progress for this week. I wish I can make a lot of progress. My second project is already on my needle, so if it's Sunday start, I believe so, because I will insert new stitch marker today and we will see how much I can make during the week. So my second work in progress gonna be socks. I already make these socks and I'm preparing this also to be a pattern, and I decide to do 2 more versions because this one have like simple lace, simple cable, then it have stripes here on the ribbon portion, and then it have ruffle. Then I decide I will want to make 2 more versions, one with a stripe on a ribbon but without ruffle, and one with ruffle but without stripe and probably shorter. So my second version will be just a version with stripes here and without ruffle. So yarn what I'm using is, oops, sorry, is this, it's hard to describe this yarn. It's like bluishly gray with some more white colors. Yeah, and again, it's hard to see, but it's knitting like that for now. So I will just simply take my stitch marker and put it in like now to indicate that I started from here. It's gonna live in my smaller teddy bag because it's simply just great for sock patterns. That's the plan for now. This smaller project, bigger project, and I want to achieve to have some progress on my sweater and some progress on the socks. and we'll try to don't cast on more projects, because that can happen. Let's hope I will avoid this and don't gonna happen. So that was that. It was my Sunday start, and next time I'm gonna see you on Wednesday, and we will see how much progress I made, and if it's even realistic to have any progress. Is like what, 3 days? Let's hope so. See you.